People's impact on the environment. All people need food, water, clothing, and shelter. To meet these needs, people have to use materials from their environment. As a result, people have impacts on the environment and their daily lives. Extracting resources. People extract or remove. Extract means removing many kinds of natural resources from the environment. For example, to get wood for building houses, people cut down trees. Advances in technology have allowed people to extract some resources more easily. For example, to get petroleum for fuel, people drill deep wells, sometimes far into the ocean floor. Extracting resources can harm ecosystems and the environment. For example, cutting down too many trees can cause deforestation. Deforestation is the loss of forest cover in a region. Once the tree roots often hold the soil in place. Once you remove the trees, sometimes it'll get very sandy because the roots aren't there to hold the soil and it could turn into a desert. Animals that live in the forest may suffer a result. You lose the ability to hunt or to use the animal resources. Drilling oil wells and transporting oil can lead to oil spills, which harm the land and in water. Deforestation and producing oil can also reduce biodiversity. Biodiversity is important. It is the variety of living things in a region or ecosystem. Our rainforests have a lot of diversity. They might have plants in there that could offer cures to cancer or to viruses like the coronavirus that we don't even know yet. But if we cut down the forest and destroy all the plants are destroyed when they do that, and we lose the animals, we might lose the ability for biologists and for people to do the research to find those cures. And so we need to protect that biodiversity. We don't quite know what we're going to need yet for the future. And if you look at the picture, this poor bird, this has happened several times where there have been oil spills. A bird is covered in oil from an oil spill in Spain. We had a really bad one a few years ago in the Gulf of Mexico, and it was all over the beaches on the around the Gulf of Mexico, Florida, Alabama, and it took millions of dollars to clean up that spill. Other impacts. People also affect the environment by growing food or producing other goods and services. For example, new technology has allowed farmers to plow more land for crops, but when land is cleared, soil is loosened and can erode or wash away. People's activities can also produce pollution or waste that makes the air, soil, or water less clean. Pollution is the waste that makes the air, soil, or water less clean. For example, many farmers use chemicals called fertilizers and pesticides to help plants grow and to kill pests. These chemicals can help farmers produce more food, but they can also harm the environment by causing pollution. Some of them are what are harming the bees, but the farmers need the bees to pollinate the fruits and vegetables. So they need the fertilizers, but so they're trying to find ones that won't harm the environment. Pollution is a spillover, which is an effect on someone or something not involved in an activity. For example, air pollution affects everyone who breathes the polluted air, even people who did not cause the pollution. So we had a bunch of car factories in Detroit. The air from those factories, the black smoke that would come out of the factories from burning coal and burning petroleum oil to run those machines, would go in the air over Canada. And Canada didn't have anything to do with that, but they were having acid rain, spill down on their crops and hurt their plants. So that's a spillover when the pollution affects people that are innocent. Finding the best solution, people try to increase the positive and decrease the negative effects of using resources. For example, using a resource might lead to economic growth, but also create pollution that needs to be reduced. Working together, people, governments, and business can try to use resources wisely. In some cases, governments limit land use to preserve the environment. Advances in technology can also help protect resources in the environment. One way of protecting the environment is for people to use vehicles that burn less fuel, such as hybrid cars that can also run on electricity. Vehicles that burn less fuel create less air pollution. People can also use clean energy sources, such as solar power and wind power. They are considered clean energy sources because they do not pollute the air.